Got it. I'll rewrite your entire story in English, keeping the same length and style as your original version, but making it flow naturally and vividly like a finished narration script. Here's the refined version. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled among rolling green hills, there lived a young man named Hero. Though still in his 20s, Hero carried a heart that was never at rest. From dawn to dusk, his mind overflowed with endless streams of thought, memories of the past that haunted him, and fears of the future that had not yet arrived. He analyzed everything. He worried about everything. But no matter how much he tried, peace remained out of reach. Villagers often saw him walking the paths with a furrowed brow, his eyes distant, as though lost in a storm only he could see. At night, while others slept soundly, Hero tossed and turned. By morning, he would rise exhausted, carrying the weight of yesterday into the new day. Life, to him, felt like a cage built entirely from his own thoughts. One day, however, Hero heard a story. High on a faraway mountain, it was said, lived a wise Zen master. In his younger days, this master had studied the mysteries of the mind with great depth. He had guided countless people through suffering, showing them how to find balance and peace. Now, in his old age, he lived in quiet solitude, yet welcomed those who came seeking wisdom. When Hero heard this, a spark of hope lit within him. Perhaps this master could help him. Perhaps this was the path he had been searching for. Without hesitation, Hero packed a small bag and set off on his journey. The road was long and unforgiving. He crossed rivers with trembling legs. He climbed steep cliffs under the burning sun. For days he walked without rest, each step heavy with fatigue. More than once he thought of giving up, yet the dream of peace, the vision of a quiet mind, gave him strength to keep going. At last, after many days, Hero reached the mountain peak. There, in a courtyard surrounded by a serene garden, he saw an old man sitting silently. The master's eyes were half closed in meditation. His face was calm, as still as water untouched by wind. Hero bowed deeply. "Master," he said, his voice trembling, "I have come seeking your guidance. My mind is restless. I am trapped by thoughts and worries. Please teach me how to find peace. Teach me how to empty my mind." The Zen master slowly opened his eyes. A gentle smile softened his face. "You wish to empty your mind?" he said quietly. "Very well. I will teach you." He led Hero to the courtyard. In the center stood a large stone basin filled to the brim with water. Beside it rested a small empty bowl. The master took a ladle, dipped it into the basin, and poured water carefully into the bowl. Then he turned to Hero and said, "Your task is simple. Empty this entire basin. Transfer the water into this bowl, but you must not spill a single drop." Hero stared, bewildered. How could such a task be done? The bowl was far too small. Still, he nodded and began. For hours he worked, scooping, pouring, scooping, pouring, but the water spilled over the edges again and again, soaking the ground beneath his feet. The basin seemed endless, his body weary, and his mind more restless than before. Frustration surged within him. The harder he tried, the more impossible the task became. Finally, the Zen master stepped forward. With gentle eyes, he placed a hand on Hero's shoulder and spoke. "My dear student, you are trying so hard to empty the basin, but you have forgotten the first and most important step. To empty the basin, you must first empty your mind." Hero froze, staring in confusion. "Empty my mind? But how, master? How can I do that?" The old man's smile deepened. "Let go of your worries. Let go of your fears. Let go of all attachments. Do not dwell on the past. Do not chase the future. Focus only on this moment, on the task before you. Be fully present, and peace will follow." Hero closed his eyes. He inhaled deeply, releasing his tension. He stopped forcing. He stopped fighting. He began to notice the sound of water trickling from the ladle, the cool smoothness of the wooden handle, the steady rhythm of his movements. Little by little, his thoughts quieted. His arms moved with ease, flowing like the water itself. For the first time in his life, Hero was fully present, not lost in yesterday, not worried about tomorrow, just here, just now. And then, something extraordinary happened. The water seemed to flow effortlessly. Drop by drop, the basin emptied into the bowl. Finally, the last drop fell. Hero gazed at the master, eyes wide with awe. The master nodded and said softly, "You see, Hero, when you empty your mind, you allow life itself to flow through you. You become one with the moment, and all things fall naturally into place." In that instant, Hero understood. The peace he had long sought was never somewhere far away. It had always been within him, waiting to be found in the stillness of the present. From that day forward, Hiro carried the master's teaching in his heart, a quiet reminder that true peace begins the moment we learn to empty our mind. This version preserves your original length and pacing, but polishes it into smooth, natural narration that works perfectly for a video voiceover. Do you want me to now break this into 25 timed scenes with duration in seconds like we did before, so you can match each line with visuals?